again. Good morning, guys. So we got some levels marked out that we're watching this morning. Excuse me. All right, so this first set of levels, I had to mark them out a little different on Quant Tower. So this is the opening 15-minute range from 9 to 9:15. So a lot of times we take trades off of this 15-minute range. So like, let's just say if it breaks out this morning, like before the 8:30 happens, and what we'll do is we'll wait for the retest back in that level. But it could just hover around this level for the next few. And I don't feel like I feel like we also missed that inside bar yesterday, or I don't feel like it happened in the time we were trading. Let's see something here. All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm not a big fan for whenever the market sells off pre-market, so I don't know. Like I said, not a big fan. Not a big fan at all whenever the market sells off this many points before opening during that Asia hour. A lot of times that means a crappy price action for New York. Kind of been getting that quite a bit. We've pretty much been in a sell-off here since, I don't know, 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock this morning. Just been a complete sell-off. So we do have a few levels marked out this morning. This is the top of that 15-minute range, which we won't do anything with that pre-market. That's only used during the open market. The above 800s, we're going to be long bias here. So all right, so this may be the first break of that 15 minutes, so it would be nice here if we push up pre-market, then sell back into that area or retest that area for long. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So no three-star news today. So far, this week's been a pretty good week of trading. The only slip up we had was Monday, and we should have been green Monday, but we started over trading. So this is going to be the first breakout of that first 15 minutes from 9 to 9:15. So since it's breaking out before the market opens, so what we do is we wait for a sell back into that area. So I have it marked out like this just because we're using quantile charts. But if you go to my ninja charts, those are the ones that I like to trade off the most. Let me see. Let me pull up my ninja charts real quick. So this is how it looks on my ninja charts here. So I can kind of point out this move from yesterday. So we still got about 10 minutes, so we'll point it out so you can get an idea of what we're looking at when we open. All right, so this was the 15-minute opening range yesterday. See how we had this kind of just hovering around this area, then we had that first big breakout. It's okay to take the breakout, but I don't think it's as consistent as waiting for a pullback and to see if this first 15-minute holds. Let's see. So I actually took the first breakout on this just because the volume looked really good yesterday. But I missed the second pullback, and that was the one. I mean, it just sold off, 300 points from yesterday. So we'll just see what it brings. Like I said, I'm long bias above 800. If it wasn't so close to opening, I would like to take a short off 800, but it's a little tougher to do that in that first 30 minutes because the volume's so high. So a lot of times your levels aren't respected. So a lot of times they'll get blasted. That's what happened to me Monday. I thought my level would hold, but it was so early in the morning within that first 30 minutes, it just got blasted. So moving forward, we will no longer take those levels that I feel like are support. Because what it is, those are based off the hourly candles. This is the 5-minute chart. So if you go over to the hourly chart, you'll see that those are wicks that those are sitting at the bottom of. So kind of give you an idea here. So hourly, I think, no, I guess, I think that wick's over to the left of us, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it is. Let me find it here. Yeah, it's right there. Oh, well. Here we go. I just realized that was a 5-hour chart. I was like, that looked kind of weird. All right. We're also trading the NQ if you're new here. Good morning, Laura. I honestly don't ever think about the market rebounding. I could almost, personally, in my opinion, when it comes to the market, I don't really care what it does. I don't ever think long term when trading day to day. I just trade the day. So my goal when I start trading is I want to figure out what it's doing today. I could don't really care what it's going to do next week or even tomorrow. It's just all about this at the moment. Just because I'm not a long-term holder when it comes to these trades. They're all within like minutes or, you know, not say seconds, but minutes. So that's kind of the difference between like day traders and swing traders. If you're a swing trader, that's a different story. Then that's when you would want to like, okay, what is the market going to be doing days or weeks from now? Because I plan on holding this for days. So that would be more of a swing trader type question when it comes to like, you know, you feel like when you think the market could go up, maybe we can look for a long-term long. So right now we're still inside that 15 minutes. So those two lines that you see here, that is the opening 15 minute from 9 to 9:15. And a lot of times we'll take either shorts or longs with evals only. I don't take any kind of funded trade with this type of setup just because it's so early in the morning and the volatility is just so crazy. And I usually let everybody know when I'm taking between fundeds and evals, just because evals, I'm a little bit more aggressive than I am with funded accounts. I did finally come across a prop firm called Fideus. They actually allow swing trading. That was the first probably swing trading that I've seen offered by a prop firm. And that's what we're trading. We're trading off Fideus. They had a sale the other day where you could pick up an account for $8, so it was kind of hard to turn that down. But based on my hourly chart, it looks like we're going to probably continue down possibly the rest of the day. Now, we could get a decent pullback here, but the market is still moving down in a downward pattern. So for the hourly to turn back green, you would need to get all the way back up to 25,300. So, I mean, you're talking about a 600 point move to the upside. So if we're moving here, it's more likely just going to be kind of a pullback. And right now we're also at the point of control. So this is about the 50-50 range between the bulls and bears. So this, if we start selling pretty hard down through here, we may, make sure I got my stuff in the right spot. I had my 15-minute range in the wrong spot there. Come on. I hate when it does this. All right. So the last couple of days, whenever we've been in a downward turn out of the London session, we pretty much continued down the rest of the day. I mean, this was pretty much the same price action we had yesterday. We pretty much started selling off an hour before the market opened, and we just pretty much just sold off for a few hundred points for pulling back yesterday. We'll have to see if that continues. All right, less than 1 minute to go. 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Do we get that 700 break of that 15 minutes? Maybe run these lows down at the 60s. You might be able to get you 10 points or so. But you just got to be careful when taking these trades so early in the morning, just because you don't want to get, you know, destroyed on the kickback. Not too bad of an opening. It's pretty mild, actually. So still at that 15, within that 15-minute chart. Just trying to break that candle. No, that's, why is that behind? What? Yeah, there's like a delay or something on my charts here. My charts are behind. Did I not move my thing? Let's see what happened. I got focused on that and didn't. I got to move my stop loss. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm struggling with this, what do you want to call it? I'm at least lock in 10 in case it reverses all the way back up here. Because I'm expecting a pullback here. Like I said, I'm going to try to take profit out of this because I'm expecting some kind of pullback. Because they could pull back and retest that 15-minute. So that 15-minute break paid again. 2 days in a row. Like I said, we're just going to follow this down. So we're up 40 points at the moment. All right. So, nice. Unfortunately, it cost me a little bit in the beginning because I didn't get my freaking whatchamacallit moved and timed. So, that's okay. So, we'll try to get another entry here if we can get a pullback back into this range right here again. So, maybe pull Fibonacci on this 5-minute candle, and you kind of get an idea of where we're going to pull back to. So the 50% mark for that Fibonacci's literally right there at the bottom of that 15-minute candle. So if this thing pulls back all the way to the 700s and holds, we'll look for a short again. I got to change this to a bigger stop loss because that cost me a few dollars while ago, having a 10-point stop loss. Because I should have made about at least 120, 130 off that, but I only got 90 because of that $40 loss we took. All right, here's see what happens with this. See if we can get that retest here. There's the 50%. Let's see if it blasts it. It blasted it. All right, so we're pulling back into the 15 minutes. Let's see if this 15 minutes going to hold. Yeah, so this is why I don't hold on that first 15-minute breakout, because we almost every time get a freaking retest of that range. All right, let's see if we break back above this 15 minutes here. Yep. Back below 60, we'll close this trade. Because that's my 15-minute range, so. All right, we hit the first target there. Shit. I may go to break even because we could reverse here off of this 90 level. So, yeah, so my runner got stopped out. So there's those two levels I had marked out, but I didn't want to take them early in the morning. So you had to be careful of that. They held. That's why we had those two lines there, but it's so early in the morning that the last time I took those entries this early in the morning, I got destroyed on that trade. Wrong charts there. So we're going to have to wait for the next 5-minute candle to pop here. We're going to have to, like I said, I'm long biased back above 800 here. But we got 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. You'll need to see some kind of pullback on this candle here. All right, 30 seconds left. Oh, it didn't stop me out. Oh, there it goes. It's very whippy right now. Might get stopped out here. If I do, I'll re-enter. All right, so we're just going to hold down and see if we can hold this for a while. Unless it comes back and stops us out, then like I said, if my runner gets stopped out here, we'll just re-enter this. All right, runner that got stopped out. All right. This is just a runner. We already get our first 10 points. What's up, believer? So we used that 15-minute opening range to take multiple winning trades. Hopefully this doesn't stop us out here. We're going to see how long we can hold this. Man, what a rip this morning, guys. Like I said, we were able to take multiple trades just trading that 15 minutes this morning. What's up, Constantine? It just grinded slowly yesterday. Yeah, in the evenings, at that initial big move, it was just straight grinding. I'm hoping that's not the case today, Constantine. But man, that opening 15 minutes has just been banging. That's why I said on that first breakout, you got to take your profit. You can't let that first breakout take. Because then that second one, that's where you're going to know if that 15 minutes is going to hold or if it's going to blast out the top. And it blasted out the top. Man, I'm up 100 points. It's so hard not to take profit right here without this damn thing pulling back. Oh. That's 100 points there. Okay. If we start losing that 90, I'll flatten this or losing it at 80. All right. Because we can always hop back in on an entry on a pullback here. So that was a nice 100-point ripper. So nice. So right now we're at the bottom of the London. So that's the only reason from overnight that 900, that's where that initial break was this morning. And so I just didn't know what kind of pullback we would get here. It could be a fairly deep pullback. So this is why I was kind of wanting to take profit. Let me pull a fib on this candle real quick and see if that 50% is going to hold up. See, we just lost that 50% of that candle. Well, that 60 area, you kind of need that 60 area hold where it's holding at right now because that's 50% of the candle. if you pull your ICT kill zones, you'll kind of see why I took profit here at around the 900s. Back above 900s, we should push some more. I just did one contract now. Let's see. There's two. All right. First contract. One more contract hit. Oh, just had to be patient. Getting another ripper. Come on, rip for a runner. Shit, this thing could run all the way up to 25,000, guys. That's the high of the London. Or I might do 970. There's a 5-minute order block sitting there. My runner got stopped out. Son of a bee. Oh, you're on the gold chart? Dude, this thing's been going up since the 15-minute breakout, believer. You could have caught trades on both sides of the 15-minute this morning. Let's see. Let me pull it up and show you here. Oh, come on, charts. Pop up. Okay. We'll just do it this way. I wonder why that's not showing up there. Oh. All right, so I did take that initial break this morning, and I followed that down because I know there was going to be a pullback. So, and here comes the pullback. So then you wait to see if that pullback's going to hold this. But once it blasted out the other side, and I waited for this pullback here, this is where we got long at off of this candle here. Once I waited for that little, 20 to 40% pullback of this candle, and I knew this was the 50% pullback on the Fibonacci. So once I knew this area was going to hold, that's where our original entry is at 773. So now we don't have anything to do but sit here and watch, because it's not that I don't think we're going to continue higher. It's just we don't want to jump in and we get some kind of crazy pullback. Man, I feel like I could have been holding this forever. That's what I really wanted to do, back down at 793. Oof. I know we're only 30 minutes in. Yeah, I wish I'd have held my original trade from that 793. I would be up 150 points right now. But we'll wait and see what happens when we get a new hourly candle here in about 4 minutes and see if there's like a 50% pullback on that 1 hour candle. So we could get a decent pullback here off of that 25 level. There's a order block sitting here up there at 970. So that's kind of why you're seeing it hesitate a little bit. It's running into that order block. Let's see if we can get actually a full 50% pullback here. So just kind of pull the total move. Man, 50% would be all the way back down at 811 here. I mean, I don't think. Mark out all that. Yeah, there's nothing worse when you get all your move in the first like 5 or 10 minutes. Then you're like, I know if I keep trading, I'm going to end up losing my profit because most of the time that's what happens. I'll end up sitting here over trading. I need to pick up another eval so that just in case I don't get a funded trade. Oh, Methodical Man's calling me a paper in. No, man, we took a lot of points out of that. It was that 900 level that scared me off. See if Bewley started. No, they're still 75. Come on. Oh, I need to take that alarm off. What's up, Queen? How are you doing today? Yeah, there's just not a lot to do here. Like I said, there's a order block sitting here at the 70s. So it's probably going to take a little pullback for us. The only way to get through this order block. Then we have our next order block kind of sitting up there at 25.86. So shouldn't have to worry about it for another one if we can get through this one. But I feel like you're going to have some kind of pullback. Maybe retest the 900s or something. That wouldn't be a bad retest. Or the 25, kind of trade off the whole numbers. So how's your morning been, Vince? All right, so here comes that pullback. I'm not sure how deep of a pullback we're going to get here. Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing a 900 pullback here. 920 looks like maybe there's a big wick sitting there at 920 on this previous big candle. So there's probably a lot of buying pressure sitting there at the 920. See if we can push through it. You can see we just hit it. And these are on the 5-minute wicks. Because if we broke that 20 wick, I mean, there's nothing down below it all the way back down to 850. So and see, this is a new hourly candle. So let's pull over to the 1 hour candle and see if it's going to continue back down here. I mean, I don't know if we'll get the 50% pullback. I mean, that's a lot of candle here. I mean, you're looking all the way back down to the 800s. Or maybe a 23%. That's why I was thinking like maybe 900. If we can pull back down to the 900s here. See, I'm thinking if the 900 pushes up, they can make a run up to that 25,035. Like I said, you just want to just see what's going to happen here. If maybe that's all the pullback we're going to get on this hourly candle, and it's going to continue higher. We're going to see some green on this hourly candle. Whew. Right now, we're just kind of watching the hourly chart and just seeing what it's going to do, because it's a new hourly candle. You want to make sure that hourly candle is not going to pull back 50%. Because if that thing pulls back 50%, it could just be a waterfall here, and you get trapped in that damn thing. Oh, nice, nice, man. 1,500? Heck yeah. Yeah, that 15 minutes, man. I've been trading that for quite a minute, man. It seems like that first 15 minutes bang sometimes. And that's the 9 to 9:15 15 minutes. The second move's always so much better than the first one. So right now we're just hitting about the 20% range on the Fibonacci on that hourly candle. You really need to see some green back above 50 here. Eh. Yeah, we're just up 300 for the day. But I'm trading a small account, so I have to keep my I got to keep my entry small. I try not to risk 40 to 50 bucks per trade because I'm trading a 25K on Padeus, and so it's a static account, so you only start out with like a $500 drawdown. And right now I'm up 677 total. So that means what my drawdown would be $1,000 now. I have $1,000 drawdown now on a static account. I wish I had something else to trade besides my funded trade. I still have my funded trades that we're looking for today, but I don't know if we're going to get a funded setup anytime soon. Now it's just kind of sitting on the line watching charts, guys. It's not really, like I said, a lot to do here. I don't know. Would you guys rather watch the 5 minutes or the 1 hour? I'm not sure. What charts are you guys trading on? Man, it was just all bangers this morning from the first 15-minute drop all the way back up through that. Oh, and I see if you look at the hourly candle, you can see that we just pretty much ran the lows of those previous wicks, then just started ripping. 5 more minutes of fun. Oh, goodness. I'm thinking if the hourly candle can start pushing here. I was trying to take a long while ago to see if we would push up to that 21 EMA on the hour up there at that 25,535, but we're still just kind of consolidating. I mean, I don't see what stops us. I couldn't join in on that second pump here. Just don't want to get trapped in a trade, so that's why I don't want to push my luck. I just feel like we're just kind of consolidating and hesitating. I just feel like there's a lot of wicks here that we would have to get through. So you got 1, looks like 2, 3. Then I think these already been taken out. So you still got a couple more wicks all the way up there at the 25,000 that we're just kind of running into resistance here. Nice Java. Yeah, I only have 1 eval I'm working on right now. We still got 5 fundeds, but I only have 1 eval, and that's what Padeus. Yeah, I remember you telling me that, Java, how you said that you thought you were working on your count, then you realized that you're on a sim account. There's nothing worse than a wasted trade or a wasted strategy that you sit here and wait on. You're like, okay, I got my entry. I'm going to enter. Then, damn it, you're on a sim account. That is like the worst. It's kind of like being when you're thinking you're on micros and you're on a mini or something like that. You know, you're thinking, oh, I'm on four minis or 4 or 5 micros. Then next thing you know, you're on a mini. Then your count gets jacked up. So I wonder if we get maybe pull back there to the 50. That would be the 38% of this candle, or 40%. Then to get the full 50% pullback, you're looking for a pullback all the way down to the whole number at the 800s. And I may even stick a resting order at the 800s and see if that 50% bounces, because a lot of times you get a reaction at the 50%. Switch my charts over. You got a possibly a, I wonder if we get a bounce here. I wonder if I can just, let's see. Trying to see where that's at. 35. Good thing we're a little patient here, guys, and waited to see if that hourly candle was going to pull back 50%. This way you can kind of get an idea about how deep our retest is going to be. So the 40% is down at the 50, and your 50% is all the way back down at the 800. Woo, I think it looks super. Pulling back hard. Man. Ooh, they hit quick, didn't it? Whoa. The stops have been so moving. The swing has been so hard that the runners have been getting stopped out. I'm looking for that 21 on the hourly candle to get hit that I talked about a minute ago up here. Unless it gets stopped out, my stop loss may not be big enough because I'm already at break even. A little bit of craziness there. Come on. So we did push the $300 range. Look at the hour candle go. This is what we were hoping for a while ago with that hourly candle. Look, not quite the 40%, but once we pushed down there and kind of got stuck and started pushing back up. I wish I had got in sooner, but I wasn't sure. I think we just hit another wick. I don't know what wick we just hit on that hourly candle. I think my runner's going to get stopped out. Come on. Blast. Damn it. Ugh. Yeah, these moves are insane today, guys. I mean, they're hitting so fast on that first 10 points, but the swings are so big that my runners are getting stopped out, though. I don't think I've hardly made anything on any of my runners today. Almost all my original trades are just getting stopped. How much longer? We got 1 minute left for a 5-minute candle. Right now, we're really not having pullbacks. It's just kind of a consolidation period. We're just kind of consolidating. So whoever wins the battle is probably just going to blast straight up out of this consolidation zone and just continue up for the rest of the day. So this was the same type price action we had yesterday. You got that really big move. Then the rest of the morning, it was just garbage. So now that 1 hour candle is kind of starting to pull back on us. I don't think I'm going to try that long a third time. I think I've gotten, I don't want to keep pushing my luck. So we're just going to have to watch it on this next one. I'm not going to push my luck again. So we already took 2 little small winners off this long, but just 10 points. Neither runner worked out. And I don't want to end up losing 40 or 50 bucks because I pushed the button 3 times in a row. What's up, Francisco? How are you doing today? That boy, did you take any trades today? Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to bring back over the hourly candle so we can watch it. You can kind of see the consolidation on the hourly candle here. Because that's what I was trying to base my longs off. So what I was doing, I was trying to take longs as soon as the hourly candle got back above its close, since it closed right here. So I thought maybe as soon as we push that close that we'd make another run up. But it just keeps running into wicks. So I mean, it still looks like it's going to move up. I mean, you would think that we at least want to take out those 25,000s, at least a retest of the 25,000s. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I was saying, the same exact setup, even down to the 15 minutes. The only difference between the 15-minute setup today and yesterday is today it didn't hold and we blasted through the top side. Yesterday it held, then we came back through. I want to say after our big move yesterday, it was just garbage price action all the way in probably till lunchtime. Oh, I didn't even go back and look at yesterday's price action in the evening time, but I know before I got off the charts, it was just garbage price action all the way till lunch. And I know being Friday, sometimes it's just best to get your move out of the way and just walk away so you don't get jacked up for the day. Yeah, I'm hoping by the end of next week, we'll have this eval pass with Padeus. And if they run another sell for $8 accounts, we're going to be picking up at least 4 more of those because you can have up to 5. And so what I like about Padeus is they got those old APEC rules is once you hit that $1,600, you can take out $1,000 out of each account and leave yourself a $500 buffer. The only struggle bus that I am with the Padeus is getting used to trading the Quant Hour. So that's why you see me trade Quant Hour a little bit more because I'm still trying to get used to it. I still don't have it down 100%. I still struggle like adding orders or removing orders. So I try to keep it super simple. So all I do is I set a stop loss, a take profit, and I just click it twice to put both orders. And then I try to move my order to where I think it's going to go to. And I'll take 10 points on that first runner. So if you see me struggling a little bit with the Quant Tower, that's the reason why. I'm just not comfortable with it. The only 2 platforms that I feel comfortable trading on is probably Tradeovate and Ninja. Ninja is definitely the most comfortable because that's what I've been trading on consistently. I'm hoping later this morning or later today we can find a trade for our funded account. Even if it's like 50 to 100 bucks, I'd be okay with that if we can find something. Braxton, what about you? Have you taken any trades today? Thank you for the follow, Braxton. Now, I will try to take a small trade off that 800s if for some reason we pull back 100 points. I'm not saying we will, but like if we go back to 50% of this hourly candle, you still got 30 minutes left in this candle. I think if this candle ends up printing the way it looks right now, that's going to be like kind of a bullish move. It's kind of like where you get that big bullish candle with a small red body and wicks on both sides. A lot of times that's like a bullish setup. Are you in school this morning, Braxton? All right, this hourly candle got back green. So you might get the 25 push right here. Like I said, I wasn't going to enter that a third time. There comes that 35. Wow, look at her go. Sorry. Just trying to mark out a level here. Yeah, that's the move we wanted earlier, but it kept going. And it hit that 35 too. Looking for a short off the previous open day or the previous day close at that 25,087. I mean, that's if it gets up there, because that's 100 points away. Right now, guys, we're just kind of be patient and wait and see if we're going to get that 87 hit. And that's, I think it'll work because if you look at the hourly candle, which we're looking at, there's like 1, 2, 3 wicks at the bottom of those levels. So, and hopefully the 25,100 may save us too. We're going to switch over to the 5-minute charts. Hopefully there's no news that are happening. Oh, that's a 15-minute supply area hit. Okay. Yeah, see, I've only been looking at the 1 hour and 5 minutes. I need to start looking at different time frames. What time frames do you all use, Believer? Besides the 15 minutes? Guys, if you're just joining us, we've already taken most of our trades this morning, and now we're just kind of just waiting. There's this one trade setup that I've taken quite a bit. I haven't really been taking it a lot. So what it is the previous day close candle, and that's at the 25,087. We're going to do 5 micros looking for 10 points. So let's see if we can make a quick $100 at that level. And we're hoping, even if it goes through it a little bit, that the whole number will save us at the 100. $4 hour, 1 hour in the daily. The daily, I don't ever look at it very well, though. I mean, I've used like the 4 hour, the 1 hour. I trade off the 15-minute candle, but I don't use the actual 15-minute candle. I just use the layout of the 15 minutes for the opening range. But I want to say I used to use the 1 minute and 5 minute and the 1 hour a lot, but I've gotten away from the 1 minute because I feel like I got trapped a lot using that 1 minute. It was just, I would find myself in a lot of false breakouts. And with the 5 minute, that has been helping me a lot from staying out of those like fake breakouts. like I said, we're just going to risk $100 here. This will probably be our only possible funded trade for the day. Unless we get a pullback later in the day. Let's see. I mean, you're talking about all the way back down to the 900s to get that. All right, 10 points away. We're just looking for a quick 10 points here, guys. Quick 10 points. Come on. How you doing today, Sam? Now, the win percentage on this trade here is about somewhere between like 60 to 70%, about 70% for most part on the back test that we've done. And we also have an order block sitting there too, so. I hate that it's a new candle. Damn it. That new candle scares me a little bit, guys. Don't miss it. If it misses it, we'll take it off. All right, tagged in. Ooh, scare me. Come on, don't. Hold. Boom, 10 points, quick $100, guys. Woo. The previous day closed. Got us. Nice $100 real quick. And I used that off. See? You know why? If you're listening to Methodical Man, that didn't work because he wasn't watching Husk. He wasn't watching Husk where to put his entry. So what I did to get the right entry, so I knew that level was there. You go to the 1 hour charts and you can look. What is right there at the 88? That big old, where'd it go? That big old nasty wick. Here we go, right here. Look, that big old nasty wick sent right there at that level that we want. We had 1 wick there, 2 wicks there, another wick there. So we had 3 hourly wicks. And so that's almost like a guaranteed 10 points. So 88 was the level. That's the level that it gives you if you use the daily close indicator, where it says that this is where the market closed. All right. So that was $100 on the funded account. We just did 5 micros, quick 10 points. Then for the, I wish I had another eval to trade because I don't know if I probably won't take another funded trade today. I may consider one for my Bulanox funded later today if it pans out. So hopefully next week we can make this next $700 we need to pass this this Padeus account. So oof. Yes. Second test, I would never take second test. Anytime I've taken second test, I get effed over. You may get it. There's a lot of wicks sitting there. So that second test, methodical man, you may get it. If not, I think you might be saved by that 100 level. See, 1 hour. Yeah, there's that second hit. You might get the pullback here. Let's see if Methodical Man's going to get that victory here. I think he may be saved by that whole number. I think the whole number is going to save him. That 90 should save him. All right, 2 more points. 2 more points. All right, there you go, Methodical. Woo! I think he just got his 10. Barely. Barely. Woo, he barely got it. So that was the previous day close setup. That thing has won the last like 22 out of like 24 times. But for some reason, I forget about it a lot of times. I only remember today because Methodical Man was over there talking about it. So that's why you got to be careful of the second push. Man, I almost want to buy a new eval so we can have something to trade, guys. Like I said, I have really nothing to trade at the moment. I have a Bulenox funded that we could possibly take a trade on later if we got a deep enough pullback. But I know that's probably not going to be till noon today. I feel kind of annoyed that I didn't hold my long today because my original long was back down there at 793 today. That was my first long today. I definitely got to, that's something I'm trying to work on, getting better at holding these longer trades. But it's still so hard just because you see, especially with some of these accounts that have these trailing drawdowns, because you really can't get up that many points and let it come back to be a 0, because that's like almost like a losing trade with prop firms. I know, I wish Bulenox or somebody would do like a 90% off, so kind of get a cheap eval. Yeah, see, they're still 75%. I'm not sure how much they cost at 75%. Let's see. 75%. How much does an account cost at 75%? Let's see. Yeah, they're 36. I prefer to pay like $14 or $15 if we can. That's like what I would prefer to pay if I'm gonna use Bulenox. How's everybody else's trading day been? I mean, all we can do now is just watch, guys. It's just not really anything to do here. Methodical Man told me about it, Constantine. Yeah, it ended the day before. That's the only reason why I was talking about him, because I had got the $8 account. So yesterday was Wednesday. So I think Tuesday was the last day. But I know they had that sale quite a bit, Constantine, because Methodical Man has told me about it a couple times. Man, guys, this thing's just ripping. I guess since the government's back open, it's probably going to retrace these. Let's look at the Fibonacci and see if we're going to run all the way back up to the top of the, or did we already break that level? Oh yeah, we're already above that. Now we're at London or Asia's highs. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to catch these trades too, because a lot of times if we sell back above the highs and lows of the previous market or within that 2-hour candle, it's kind of like right here. I missed that because I wasn't looking. See how we barely pushed about above it, then it kind of pulled back, did a little retest of the London highs, and then just ripped. It's pretty much the same with the Asia low. So you can see it retested that Asia low or this area multiple times before it just completely sold off. And this indicator here, I don't really use, oh, you think Black Friday's probably going to bring us some deals? Oh, it was just a 24-hour sale. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Next time it happens, Constantine, I'll try to make a post for it. And that way, you know, many people can see it as possible. Because $8 evals, and they have the old APEC rules where you can take, you know, almost the whole account off once you get to your $1,500 or $1,600. The only thing is you can't really over leverage with it, I guess, unless you're just going to full send them. Because your initial drawdown is only $500. And so, to me, I've been mainly just trading 2 micros with it. But this week, we're going to be up $700 for the week on the account. And that's for what, Wednesday? 3 days of trading? Maybe 4. I can't remember if I had it Tuesday. So I can't remember. I might have had it Tuesday too. So that might be 4 days of trading. So I'm hoping next week, by the end of next week, we can have this pass. So it may just be time to get a coffee break, guys. I was trying to adjust my thing here. Sorry. All right, guys, we'll be back in like less than a few minutes. Whatever how long it takes for my coffee pot to make coffee. Which it doesn't take very long. It's an individual cup coffee maker, so it doesn't take long to make. Thank you guys for the new subscribers, whoever joined. I think we picked up a couple new subscribers, so I appreciate it. All right, give me about 5 minutes and we'll be back. Like I said, it's pretty much just watching without some kind of pullback, because you got to have some kind of pullback. It's hard just to jump in this high. We just been on a train straight up today. We'll leave the trading view charts up here. So there's the only thing above it, if you're still long, you might be able to target the bottom of the AM low here, and that's at 195. Then above that 195 is your lunch hour high from yesterday. And this indicator is called ICT kill zones for if you're interested. All right. All right. So it looks like we're getting a little pullback here. All right. Let me fix my screens real quick, guys. Let's see. With fundeds, I'm in the red on the fundeds because of Monday. I made back half of what I lost Monday. Monday was my only bad day I had this week because I copy traded and I knew I had a level and I was hoping for a pullback and it didn't happen and I held it longer than I should have. So it cost me like $500 to $600. So we're actually still in the red from that one bad day. It was definitely a lesson learned what not to do on those early trades. So I won't ever do that again on a funded account. Yeah, Monday was a crappy day for me. That's really been my only bad day that I've had in the last probably 3 weeks. I was copy trading, so I lost one of my Bulinox fundeds, and I lost 2 free evals that I had gotten. So just from copy trading and cutting my losses. So just that one bad day kind of screwed the pooch this week. I didn't let it continue on my Apex accounts, but my Bulinox accounts, I didn't cut my losses like I should have, and just live with the red to move on. So, yeah, so that's how this week's been. So I had that one bad day Monday. But it's okay to have a red day. You just can't let it do what I did and let it blow your account up because you're trying to save it. So yeah, we're still in the red on our funders accounts. I'm not sure how much profit that I've made on evals. Evals, I don't really count those as profits. I mean, we're probably up, I don't know what, 500 from Tuesday, which we did. It's hard to say with evals because you trade those individually. So I don't really count evals as like profits and all that stuff. It's just profits with evals is either you pass them or you fail them. So I know right now we got 5 funded accounts and none of them are in the red. They're all in the green. And I think the most I got on this one that we traded today is $800. And we had right at $1,100, right at $1,200 on it before that loss that happened on Monday. So I think what I'm going to be doing moving forward is kind of coming in from the backside on those. I know it's green. Do we want to continue trading or call it for the day? And this way we don't continue messing with our accounts. We may just do that and just make little recap videos of the week. I'm figuring next week's probably going to be our last good week of trading before that next following week's going to be a holiday. So it could be kind of a drag that next following week. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this morning. All right, guys, we're going to walk away so this way we don't mess up any more of our profits that we made. So I think it's just best. Right now, with our Deus account, we're up $295 after taxes and fees. We're up about $700 total for these last few days with this account. And for our funded account, we are up $100 for the day, but we're going to finish red for the week, unfortunately, for our funded account, about $350 in the red. So hopefully next week we'll be able to get that back. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing today, and we will see you guys probably Monday morning. Thank you. Thank you, Constantine, for watching today and hanging out and chatting.